Lights are always on unless you push the.
It's working. Okay.
It says it's recording, so.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm Mayor Fahey. I want to call together a special meeting of the Village of Corrales Council. This is to address an agreement between the Pueblo of Sandia and the Middle Rio Grande Conservancy District. Please put your phones on vibrate or turn them off, and then stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic on which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Governor?
Yes.
Would you like to say your prayer?
Yeah. Thank you for that opportunity. Dana kai ma ve ke coalition bo nu la we nu la se circle po wenek you den come in the fedike to the come the way and come the way so come young come something in ke coalition bo you den come it fedike to the to show to I on Middle Rio Grande Conservancy District no go meeting way how in the web sit sunny Kakahuda, Batu, Funi, Churi, Shuri, Kamayada. Watamida, Batumida, Upiri want to hate in the period Iquama to pick the banquet out, Kimbata, Hapatara Tarashe, and Tabu way to show to I touch him. We were DMK Kawashimbo.
Thank you.
Thank you, Governor.
Thank you, Governor. So I'd like to do a roll call of the Village Council. Councilor Miera, are you here tonight? Councilor Woolman? Yes, sir. Councilor Knight? Tell me if anybody's up on the Zoom, please. Councilor Alsobrook? Councilor Burkett? And Councilor Murray? Okay. So we have a number of very special people visiting us tonight for this special occasion. I'd like to just kind of go through them and identify them. And if you would, please raise your hand. Let us know who you are, because all this is on tape. Governor Chavez.
Present.
Yes. Jason Kasuga.
Present.
Jason Kasuga is the CEO of MRGCD, and Governor Chavez is the governor of the Sandia Pueblo. Karen Dunning.
Present. And
Karen is a MRGCD Bernalillo County Director. Colin Baugh, Vice Chairman at MRGCD. Michael Sandoval.
Present.
And MRGCD Sandoval County Director. Stephanie Russo Baca, an MRGC Director. And Eric Zamora, who's the Director, Chief of Operations. Oh, you're back there. Okay. Is anyone here from the Sandoval County Commission? Yes, not. And Dr. Jimenez Latham, who's representing Cindy Nava, is on Zoom. And Kathleen Cates. There you are. Is in the back. And I did forget Greg Kaufman. Thank you, sir. And Stephanie Cockrum, attorney for the for the Sandia Pueblo. Okay, so I guess I don't know who's going to start out, Jason, you or the governor.
So, Mr. Mayor, I think I will just start by saying the agenda today we're through the introductions. The next piece is the actual signing of the agreement between MRGCD and the Pueblo. For the folks out there, once we're done signing this, there'll be an opportunity for MRGCD to make public comment on this, and then an opportunity for the Pueblo if they would like. And what we have up in here before us today is a duplicate of this agreement. The goal was to have it signed here, make our public comments together, let the community know that MRGCD and Sandia Pueblo are walking forward together to get the Corrales Siphon project underway. And with that, Governor, unless you have anything that you would like to add to that.
Yes, I'd like to, uh, Mayor Fahey,
Yes, sir.
um, it's been a long time since we've been back to your council room here. This is the last step that the Pueblo of Sandia is going to request of the MRGDC. And that is to have the statement by MRGDC that they have been in trespass for over 100 years. This came out from many discussions from our tribal council. This is the last step that brought us to the table today. And I want to hear it from the executive director, Mr. Jason Kasuga, with regard to this last piece that needs to be done before I sign off on this agreement.
Happy to. Mayor, Governor, I have a prepared statement that I will read to make sure that it's clear. I'll happy to do that now. All right. Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. It is an honor to be here this evening in the village of Corrales, and I wish to sincerely thank the community for hosting us. I also want to extend my deepest respect and gratitude to the Pueblo of Sandia, Governor Chavez, and the tribal officials present tonight. As many of you are aware, the Corral siphon was last used during the 2021 irrigation season before a significant sinkhole appeared at the end of that year, revealing catastrophic damage to the structure.
Sorry.
Since 2022, the MRGCD has been delivering irrigation water to the Corrales siphon service area by using pumps that draw directly from the river and feed into the Corrales main. While this operation has allowed irrigation deliveries to continue, prolonged drought has lowered river levels so severely that the pumps have often been unable to operate for extended periods of the irrigation season. This has caused repeated irrigation interruptions, placing an extra burden on the Corrales service area compared to other communities in the Middle Rio Grande Valley. The Middle Rio Grande Conservancy District Board of Directors and I acknowledge and understand the hardship this has caused. And I want to thank our farmers, landowners, and community members for your patience and perseverance during this difficult time. The Middle Rio Grande Conservancy District has been working in collaboration with Sandia Pueblo and the Bureau of Indian Affairs on the design of a replacement siphon. As part of that process, BIA conducted a review of the right-of-way documents held by both the MRGCD and BIA. Through that review, the BIA informed MRGCD for the first time in September of 2024 of its opinion that MRGCD did not and has not had a federally approved right-of-way for the construction and operation of the Corrales siphon. In layman's terms, the BIA found that MRGCD was in trespass with regard to the siphon. MRGCD has a long-standing partnership with Sandia Pueblo, one of the 6 Middle Rio Grande Pueblos, and both the board and I understand the deep importance of land, water, and tribal sovereignty to all our tribal partners. Since September 2024, the MRGCD has worked continuously with the Pueblo to negotiate a right-of-way agreement that meets the needs of the Pueblo, thereby removing the trespass. The Pueblo has diligently engaged with the MRGCD to move this process forward as efficiently and as efficiently as possible while honoring their own decision-making structures and sovereignty. And we thank them for that. The Middle Rio Grande, or the Middle Valley, faces tremendous challenges in the years ahead, particularly related to water. The only way we will meet these challenges is through continued partnerships among all our communities. I want to once again thank Governor Chavez and the entire Tribal Council of Sandia for their diligence, their patience, and their collaboration in working through the Corrales siphon right-of-way, and for their continued partnership as we face future water challenges. Finally, I want to take the opportunity to thank the New Mexico Water Trust Board Their investment of $7.5 million together with an additional $1.5 million committed by the MRGCD has also made this project possible. And as of today, the project is fully designed, is fully funded, and scheduled to begin in January of 2026. This is a project that will safeguard the cultural heritage of the village of Corrales and support its irrigators for generations to come. And we look forward to its successful completion. And with that, are we ready for the signing of the documents?
Yes, sir. You want to start with yours?
Yeah, I'll do this one and then I'll pass it over to you.
Okay.
I think I'd have this day memorized.
This is Jason.
That's it. And then there is yours and the signed one from mine is underneath that.
Okay.
And this is the warranty deed that was signed. The last signature is for the notary. And then I am signing my warranty deed now.
Governor, the Village of Corrales thanks you and Director Kasuga so much. We are so honored that you came here to sign your document in our village, and we're so appreciative of what you've done making this happen. We look forward to working with you again in the future if necessary.
Oh, yeah. Like I mentioned before. Like I mentioned before. I mentioned before in previous meetings, the Pueblo of Sandia is a good neighbor,
Absolutely.
good. Stewards of the land.
Absolutely.
Our tribal council has been patient through this whole process. We've had many deliberations centered on very difficult issues that go along with this agreement. And it's been a long journey.
Well, you're in a village that appreciates the value of land and water to a great deal.
So again, I will express my thoughts to our tribal council during our next tribal council meeting, and let them know that Jason did what was requested of him by our tribal council, because he was there along with his board members at that time to listen in and have discussion with our tribal council to collaborate and to help facilitate movement in the right direction. So again, it's been a long road.
It's been a journey.
It's been a journey, yeah, and it's not over. I mean, we've still got many more years of work to do. I mean, again, we'll use the example of recently, we just met with the Bureau of Reclamation, and there's going to be work conducted on both sides of the river.
Yeah, they're doing it now. So I would like to allow the members of the council to ask you questions if they have any.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Any members of the council here in the village of Corrales have a question? Yes, sir, Bill? Sure. You may need to come up to a microphone. She's got it for you.
First of all, thank you, Governor, for being here and Jason.
Thank you.
Number one, are you all set then with the Durban affairs? Have they signed off finally on this? Number one. Number two, do we have a timeline once construction starts in January? And third, has the Water Trust Board extended the time for the money to be paid out? So, thank you.
Yeah, I'll let you answer your.
So the first question is, if I remember them in order, is the Bureau of Indian Affairs. So there's still an application for the right of way that has to be done. I will say that MRGCD has been in contact with BIA, and from my understanding, so has the Pueblo, about the need to expedite this through. My understanding in dealing with BIA is the primary business of coming to this agreement was ensuring that the Pueblo was an MRGCD were able to come to an agreement, and they stand ready to file the paperwork. The Water Trust Board funding extension, that's ongoing. The MRGCD submitted a letter for that extension the first week in September. We had a meeting with my staff had a meeting with the Water Trust Board staff, and that looks to be going in the right direction. I would be shocked if we have a signed agreement, we have a contract, we have a construction contract that's been awarded, ready for construction in January. We have a drawdown schedule that shows materials are being ordered, and so there will be funds paid on that before the expiration date. So the information I'm getting is I fully expect that to occur, although that hearing happens in October. The last question, sorry. Timeline. So the construction contract's a year, and that's based just on negotiations with the contractor. The nature of it being a year, though, is not because I think the contractor believes it'll take that long. The type of construction that we're doing is the community won't actually see much, except on the Corrales side, you'll see equipment and staged materials, and then on the Pueblo side, you'll see equipment and staged materials. But the vast majority of this construction is actually a directional bore that will be drilling this pipe underneath the river. It won't be an open cut. And so the reason for the year is with the geotech being done, there's a high level of confidence of what the drillers will face when they start doing this, but the uncertainty of drilling underground and not actually knowing what's there, minus the geotech logs that you get. So the contractor wanted a year, and so a year contract was granted. My hope is if what they're drilling through is what they believe it is. There are some estimates that they could actually have the pipe bore within 4 months, and then we would be on to the flat work. But that is highly dependent on the materials that they face when they actually get in and start boring the pipeline. Yes, sir.
Okay, to address the BIA issue, I'm going to defer to legal counsel to provide insight.
Thank you, Governor. You're intent on dragging me in. Jason is correct. The BIA, we've had numerous conversations with the BIA and the solicitor's office, and they are as ready as they can be to receive an application. The process after that, they still have to go through a numerous checklist. However, we've tried to clear as many paths as we can so that they can get through it expeditiously, and we expect that they will. And that's the reason for so much pre-conversations and pre-work with them to make sure we do what we can on our side. We're not the ones who ultimately sign, they do, of course, but we've done what we can and we'll continue. Matter of fact, I'll have a call first thing in the morning with the solicitor's office about the signing. So we'll continue to operate in that fashion and encourage them to go along. They're interested, they're committed to getting it through. So that's coming from the feds. I can't ask for more in that regard. Yes.
And, Jason, I think it would be helpful to the Pueblo Sandia if you would forward the construction documents to us along with the notice to proceed. That way we can prepare in advance with our Director of Environment, Mr. Kaufman, sitting before us and keep us in the loop with regard to any challenges that you might face with regard to staging of equipment, drilling of the pipeline. So, we'd like to be apprised at all stages of construction in order to facilitate any challenges that might pop up later on.
I'm happy to. The Pueblo had staff on our technical team. It remains the same staff. Mr. Kaufman was part of that. I believe he has the latest drawings already. We can get the updated notice to proceed, and the contractor has his contact information as the project team member that participated for Sandia. So,
Okay.
Yes, Stuart.
Thank you, Governor Chavez, and thank you, Jason, and your MRGC staff for showing up. So mine's kind of going towards the Bureau of Reclamation, the realignment of the channel. Is there going to be any impact to the farmers with the next growing season if we still have to use the pumps? Is the channel realignment going to impact this at all?
So when we put in the pump lines, if you will, the ones that are out of the channel and then direct the water to the Corrales main, we did take into account the expected haul routes for the Bureau of Reclamation. So that's not something that I've been made aware of, that there's going to be conflict with those. Our pipes are there and our equipment is there and they're aware of it. One of the things that our staff and our contractor will have to do, though, is there's going to be a lot of traffic over the next couple of months beginning in that area, especially on the Corrales side, less so on the Sandia side. On the Corrales side, right now, you're going to have reclamations project going on that is stabilizing the bank line, and then you will have our contractor begin to come in on those same roadways as they begin to get their directional boring equipment on the ground. And so there should be plenty of signage and notification. The public should know the Corrales siphon area, or Corrales Beach, as some folks will call it, is going to be off limits. And there's going to be a lot of stuff up there. There's going to be signs and stuff up. So I know that we've talked with the village. We've also talked with the fire chief about just helping us keep eyes on that area. We're going to have big open holes, big boulders for the Bureau of Reclamation side, pipe. So it's going to be an area that folks want to stay away from. I know folks want to be able to see it, but we also want to make sure that the site is safe and that people are safe around it.
So, Director, can you explain this recent water that we received down the ditch?
Yes. So I take a deep breath because I never know when we're going to get water for us to use right now. So it is the joys of never having stored water.
Oh,
The last CEO of the Middle Rio Grande Conservancy District to store water is sitting right there. This CEO has never known the joy of storing native water. So the honestly, the rain that hit up north a week or so back created enough water that got caught up in reservoirs, and the releases and the timing of how they could make those releases created a unique scenario for MRGCD to use what we a late season allocation of San Juan Chama water and add to it. And it wasn't a ton of water, and it wasn't water we had when we ran out of San Juan Chama water earlier in the summer. This was an allocation that came to us in late July after we had originally run out of the previous month's San Juan Chama allocation. It was such a small amount, and the river had degraded to the degree that we'd have lost most of that water before releasing it. And the rain events happened to give us an opportunity um, to release that water. I will be truly honest with you. The purpose of releasing that water was to try to give Corrales and as many folks in Corrales one more opportunity to irrigate. It wasn't a ton of water. Um, it it wasn't of the amount. When I say a ton of water, I recognize the amount of water that folks see in the river is a lot even now, but on the scale of ag delivery, it's relatively small. There may be farmers even further south of us in Sandoval County and Valencia County that may be frustrated by that. But I can honestly tell you the amount of good was better served up here because it would have been much harder to get it out and spread out compared to the volume that we had and the number of miles of canal you'd have to move it through in other counties to ultimately create the same good that we felt we were able to accomplish up here. And I know that there are going to be folks in Cross that didn't get a chance. That time has passed. Those pumps are coming to an end. The river's dropping again. And so I know that there may be folks who in Cross say, but I didn't get it. It was a unique opportunity. My professional opinion in it is, unless it rains, obviously, it's probably Corrales's last up until this. Your last irrigation was in June, or the ability to rotate it through. So we're happy we could do it. I imagine I may have a couple other counties that are frustrated with me on how and why that was used, but I stand by the decision, and I'll defend that decision if need be at the board, at the MRGCD Board of Directors meeting and to the public. But the water was done the most good up here.
well, thank you for that. We really appreciate it. My fruit trees appreciate it. Okay.
Any other questions for us, Mayor?
Counselors, any questions? I guess not. I guess we're, Governor, if you're through, I guess we're pretty much through. The business session is over.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, excuse me. I did mention this to you earlier about the produce. You know, we got all this water just the other day and it got us all excited. And I said, it's all because of Governor Chavez. And so the ladies put together a package for you just to show our appreciation
Oh, yeah.
for you coming over here and for you helping get this done.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
And you're more than welcome to come anytime. We have a growers market every Sunday and most Wednesdays. I think it's getting ready to shut down on Wednesdays, but yeah, you're more than welcome to come.
Yeah.
Please,
I'm sure at some point.
just don't get stuck in traffic.
Yeah. Mr. Mayor Fahey, at some point in the future, we may return. Again, we're going to need the support of the Village of Corrales with some of our efforts and our endeavors that we still have to complete. And we look forward to your support.
We will do everything we can to help. We're a family down here, all of us. We all have to work together. We have tough times here to deal with.
Yeah.
And it's not going to get better quickly.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah. To the mushrooms. That little bit of rain. That's what it took. Just a little bit of rain.
Ooh.
I don't know how much help he has.
They're gonna get
Oh, hey,
Hands to
very nice. It's so nice of you guys.